He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Auburn lines up quickly. Right back to the well. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Pressure coming. Grabbed behind the line. It's Alston. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football. Just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to barrel in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. The snap sets up the throw. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid... on the pick.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got the first down, looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And the Hoosiers with the 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Hemby. Turning it on! Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man, it's Mendoza. Right on the money. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Yeah, I love that the QB understood, I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can, quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a first down.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got his man quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Daniels. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Looking downfield on first down. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Singleton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Sprinting away. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Auburn!
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Works the middle of the field. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They're looking to throw on second and short. Grab near the marker. It's Hemby. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Interception! You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive, and he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it on the right. There he goes. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Oh, he wants it all. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Makes the catch. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. And the Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry up. Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Wants to throw again. Right on target this time.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hemby. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Cooper. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
One of the things I love about this running back, he can run a lot of different types of routes. I like the job on the angle route there, putting his foot in the ground, crossing the defender's face, and making it an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Mendoza. It's complete to the left. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Offense breaks the huddle on third down. They'll leave it with him. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. The Hoosiers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. With the run on first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking down the middle. Finds a tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play.
Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field. You're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Moves around to clear up the vision. Finds space on the right. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
21 on the play.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. To the air on first down. Working that left side now. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Motion from the back. Looking for room. It's Robinson. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try the run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Well, the offense only needs a field goal to take the lead. They've got great field position, but it's 4th and short on the plus side of the field. And as a head coach, you got to start thinking, do we go for it? Do we stay on the field? Do we get some more yards, make the field goal even easier? Let's find out.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Go straight ahead. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The jumbo formation is in. Looks as if they'll try to power in the 2. They'll run it. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion but was denied.
Indiana, 14.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Fires to the big fella. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Hoosiers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Hoosiers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. These corners backing off a bit. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the 1st down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone.